Hi everyone, this is Boardgames Bourbon. I'm Glenn Flaherty, and right now I want to tell you about a game called Faza that's about to come out, and boy, is it hard as nails. It's a cooperative game where you, 2 to 4 people, are trying to save the world in kind of this War of the Worlds kind of environment where you are using card powers, territory powers to buttress yourself, and you're trying to defeat these different enemies that have different effects. It has different levels of play, easy to hard. Even easy is not easy at all, but it's really, really cool. That's why I want to share it. So, okay, what are we looking at here and how does it play? First, I have to tell you this is a prototype, so it's the color scheme, who knows if that's finished. And it might be a little hard to pick up on the camera because, you know, there's a lot of similar shades in here. But actually in person, I got to tell you the art's pretty cool. So what's going to happen is to start the game, you're going to pick personas. Now, the game is a bunch and there's different colors. There's 4 colors and each color that you are is 2 personas. So you could be a soldier. This lets you do more battle. This is a scout. What does this do? It lets you bring rebels around. And you choose one of these, and then you flip the other over, and it becomes your player aid. And everyone has these. The green player could either be a doctor that lets you heal, a farmer lets you move a ton. The yellow player has like a senator, and this is supposed to, you know, represent having diplomatic powers. Well, what it does is you convince a rebel, which is the good guys, to kill a drone on your spot. The drones are the bad guys. You could be the blue player, the scientist, expend teleportation, which is movement card to move a group of rebels around the board. You're trying to get to where the bad guys are. And what I've done is I've chosen to be the engineer in this case. And the engineer says you may expend your teleport card to go to another player and kill a drone on that tile. So that's kind of like a combat mixed with a attack. And I'm going to go with the red player soldier card that says, once during combat, spend 1 point to reroll all your failed die. Now, combat in this game is actually pretty easy. You just have to, you know, breach a number 4 above and you've killed the enemy. But I got to say, even knowing that, there's ways you can modify it. You can be on your color. There's a lot of different things that'll buttress yourself. So before I get too far, let me show you how you set it up. You're going to take these tiles and you're going to kind of put them all out randomly here. Okay, so I just put them out, but they are numbered. And then what's going to happen is you're going to flip the tiles. Wherever number 16 is, gets terraformed right away. And on number 16, you're going to put one of your aliens here, and you're going to put the green one on it. Now, the ships, they look really cool in 3D, but it might not show up the best here. Once you do that, you're going to put a health die on it of 4. All right, let's see if I can actually do that. There's a whole nother game trying to get it on there. You're going to flip number 15 and put another ship on there. This time you're going to put the red on that one. All right. 4 is the health of these aliens. 16, 15, and number 14, okay? That gets flipped. Now, the importance of why these tiles flip is when you are on a tile of your color normally, you're going to get a bonus either in like movement or in to your die for combat. But when they flip over, you lose that ability. Some of the tiles also say like death spot or something, and that will give you an injury. And when you take an injury, one of your power cards flips over to the other side. So in this case, I have all these cards. They're actually numbered in numerical order. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually, the construction of the cards is pretty cool. But if I take an injury and there's none of my rebels to take damage represented by these cubes, these pink cubes represent kind of like my drones, my rebels. If there are none there, then I have to flip this card over. And then I not only lose the power, it gives me the power to either move just a little bit, or if I'm on an outpost, I can heal, and then I can flip the card over. If I get 4 injuries, I'm dead. Okay, and then I'm out of the game. Okay, so you put these down, and now over here, this guy is going to be blue. All of these aliens do different things, by the way. So the green one, when it moves, what does it do? It moves again, it drops drones all over the place. The red one is a destroyer movement. It moves up to 2 tiles. What does it do? It kills all the rebels. The blue one is called the carrier ship. Drops drones, drops drones, drops drones. And I guess the green also flips the tile, so that does a lot of terraforming. Once I place these on the board, I'm going to start putting their support, their drones. Now, there is a rule in the game, and unfortunately, the drones here are orange, the same color as the tile, so let's see if we can see those. But there's a rule that says the tile can only have 3 drones or 3 rebels on it at a time. You're going to see that come up in a second here. So I put these on. Then orthogonally, you drop 2 drones all over the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in a way, you want this to kind of be like, you can think of this as like forbidden desert where the storm kind of moves around. So when the bad guy gets caught in the corner, it's actually better because less drones will get dropped. Okay. Red's going to drop their drones now. They're going to put 2 here. They're going to put 2 here. Now, something's a little interesting here. When I go here, normally I drop 2, but there's already 2, and the rule says there's a maximum of 3. So I'm going to do that. Blue is here. Okay, so I dropped 2 here and 2 here. And again, because there's already 2, I can only drop 1 more to a maximum of 3. Okay, so that's that. Now, I'm going to place my people. So I have my soldier here, and my soldier is represented by red, and that goes on the red outpost. And then I have 2 rebels that stay with me. And my blue person is the engineer. I also chose these colors because they'll show up a little bit better against the board. And where's the blue outpost? Right here. Boy, it's going to be a busy little day there. And 2 of the rebels start with me. Now, the card play itself is actually going to be simultaneous. Your portion of the round is over when you have no more card play or you choose not to have any more card play. And then the bad guys take a turn. So what I'm going to do is, it looks like blue is already in the midst of some funny business here. So let's try to do some combat. I have some rebels I'm going to try to kill. So first thing I'm going to do is for each of my bad people, of which there are 3, I'm going to roll a die. And what I'm going to try to do is kill them by getting 4 above. Now in this case, I'm a blue character on my blue spot, so I get +1 to the rolls. All right. And what we have here. Okay, so we have 3 and 3, +1 makes them 4. So 2 of these bad guys die. When you kill a bad guy, they become currency, and then you can trade those in for extra rebels. I did lose here. That's a 2. That wasn't good enough, so one of my rebels die, but I'm going to trade in these 2, my currency, to put 1 rebel back on this spot. I'm going to do attack again, rolling once for the 1 bad guy on there. Got a 1. Man, that's a stinker dinker. Let's do it again. And I rolled 3 +1. So this person perishes. Okay, good. So I did some destruction there. What do I want to do now? Okay, I'm going to see if my red person can move and try to help do something fun here. Okay, so what can I do here? Well, when I look at these cards, there's actually 2 actions per card that you can choose from. So this card says airplane and it says ray gun. Okay. So for airplane, it says move yourself or a group of rebels up to 2 tiles. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap this card, and I'm going to move my rebels here to this green tile. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my blue person, because remembering they can play simultaneous. I have run and ray gun, teleport and Tesla coil, teleport and Tesla coil. Okay, the 2 options. Teleport, again, is like moving. Tesla coil, when a player up to 1 tile away uses a bazooka, a ray gun, or a shield, they're going to get a +1 to their die. So we can kind of support each other. And the run says move yourself or a group of rebels 1 tile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my run card. I'm going to tap it to move my rebel here. I'm going to use the other run to move myself over here. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attack. So I have 3 of my people, 3 of their people. So I roll once for the 3 of theirs. Okay, so I actually have 6, which is really good. I wonder if I had anything that could have supported combat. Nope. Okay, well, anyway, I killed one of their people. Gone. All right. But I did not break 4 on 2 other ones, so 2 of my people perish. Bravely, though, I must say. I'm going to spend my currency of 2 drones to add 1 to an outpost. And I'm going to see if I'm going to use a second power of my red person to move this rebel here. And now I'm going to do some more combat. I'm going to roll again for the 2 remaining bad guys. Holy smokes. 1 and 2. They're gone. Eek! Okay, I am going to stop my turn there. That was vicious. Okay, so I'm going to end my turn there. Can I actually get out of there? Because it actually behooves you to run away. It says move yourself or a group of rebels 1 tile. And move yourself. So, okay, so the red player is going to use both of these, and they're going to move me back to my base over here, helping me, okay? It's a good thing to get out of there because at the end of the round, the alien people can really hurt you. Okay, so that was my part of the game. I tapped my cards. I did all my plays simultaneous, and now it's going to be them, okay? So what they're going to do is rebels and drones are going to cancel each other out. So I've gotten out. We're all doing okay. I would then take injuries from remaining drones or the mothership if on the same space. So had I stayed here, the mothership, these big alien ones, would have injured me or, taken a drone or something, and I avoided that. Now I add 1 drone to tiles with rebels. So here's a rebel. Okay, and I only have 1, so it goes there. Now I'm going to move the tracker once and activate that mothership, and then I repeat it for each player in the game. So I have 2 players in the game, right? I have blue and I have red. I'll lay this down too so you can see that color a little better. So I move this once, and this comes over here, and it says for the red ship, I'm going to move the red ship. It says the movement, move the destroyer up to 2 tiles closer to the closest player. Okay, so that is right here. Boom, you're the closest player. Kill all rebels on that tile. Well, it was fun knowing you. Okay. All players on this ship get an injury. So now that I take an injury, my number 1 card goes from not only being tapped, now it flips over. So I won't, on the next round, I'm going to have to get back to my base to heal it. But I'm already there, so that might not be too bad. Okay, drop 3 drones. Now 3 drones go here. Oh boy. Okay. Now I do it again because there's 2 players. Okay, so it moves again. Now it's on the green ship. On the green ship, which is right here, it says move. And for the movement, it says move the former ship, that's the name of it, to the nearest tile that's not yet terraformed. Highest number breaks the tie. Okay, so I have a 6, a 4, a 5, a 7. I have a 12 right there. That's definitely the highest. So this is going to move up there. I'm going to flip this tile. Okay. So this was yellow. Yellow's on the game, so it's not, but it says deadly, see? So if my turn is there, I would actually take an injury. Then it says move again in the same way. So I have a 1 and I have a 2. Unfortunately, it goes to me. It's going to terraform my outpost. Okay, so that made it removed, oh my goodness, and it's deadly. So what that did was it just made it harder to heal in the game. I told you, and I'm playing on easy. Okay, and then you're going to flip this new tile and then drop 2 drones. Okay, so I dropped my 2 drones. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of untap our cards. Okay, so these are untapped. And then I'm going to untap these. Now, for the blue person on the next round, I would have to play this card that says if. This one specifically says recover if at an outpost, and this card is not spent. Flip this, and now it is spent. Okay, so I would do that. I've recovered the card. That would have been one of my things, but these other ones are still available. Now, moving forward past that just a hair, what we're going to try to do here is we're going to see what it would be like to attack a mothership. So, assuming at some point in the game, I was able to get rid of all the bad guys from the mothership location, and I still had one of my people there, the rebels. Now I can attack the mothership. When you attack the mothership, you have to follow the card that you're given that tells you how to attack the mothership. Now, I'm on the easy mode, okay? but it gets harder and harder. Now, what this says is, and I'll read this to you, it says, prepare for the battle. To attack the mothership, you must be on the tile with the mothership. There are no drones and at least one rebel. All those conditions are currently met. Now, part 1, we're going to board. Command a rebel on your tile to board the mothership and remove that rebel from the board. Okay, so we're using this rebel to complete our action 2. We're going to lower the damage here. We're getting this down to 3. Now, you're going to win this game if you get all the motherships down. Okay, lowered it by 1. And now the Faza retaliates. Faza is the name of these motherships, by the way. So let's just grab a random tile from the middle, or a random Faza card. Okay, so what this says here is it gives you a whole bunch of effects. Some are short-term, some are medium, and some are long-term. This in particular is a instant one. It says I would lose 1 rebel, but I have no rebels on the board. Then it says the Faza send out a distress beacon. The mothership that currently has the movement tracker activates and moves according to its description. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what that means is the green one acts again. Okay, so this one here is going to move. So what does that say? Move it to the nearest tile that isn't terraformed and terraform it. Boom. All right. That's there. Flip this tile. Then it's going to move again to the nearest one that's not terraformed. I mean, that would have to, I would say that would have to be, because it moves orthogonally, I'm going to say 13, because that's also the highest number. That gets terraformed. Wow, another deadly tile. Man, this game ratchets up fast. So the thing about it is, as you're playing, what is this one? This one is a reward. You drop 2 drones, and there's a trader. There's a ton of effects here. Look how there's a lot of things going on. But this game is not easy, and it ratchets up in tension quickly, even as you're making progress. As you're lowering this, the effects, the retaliations kick in. I have not won it yet, but it's a very thematic game. It is detailed because you have to remember, like, if you are on an airfield of your color, you get bonus movement. If you're on an outpost, you can heal. If you're on your color, you get +1 to your damage. You have to remember what your cards are. You have to keep track of this. But I wouldn't say it's illogical, and for that reason, it makes it easy to play. It reminds me almost, well, first it reminds me of Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert, but it has a relentless nature to it, kind of like playing Eldritch Horror. And it is a tense game, but somehow the Mars attack, theme that's put on top of it keeps it kind of buoyant, keeps it kind of fun to play. So in any case, I'm really enjoying this game. I would say this is a great, like if you wanted to buy a game on Kickstarter, this is one I would actually suggest. So this again is called Faza. It's coming out soon. Definitely take a look at it. I don't think you'll be disappointed, okay? All right, well, thank you very much, everyone. Please write me and let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to explain what my experiences have been like. And as always, my opinions are completely independent and my own, okay? I'll only talk about things I like. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. Talk to you next time.